All right. Okay, so I thought we would, well, I've not drawn a card for everyone for a while. I think we need that. I'm going to speak about a little bit about the astrological alignments. I'm not going to speak too much tonight, so let's really get into our practice and meditation. We're going to do a guided meditation. Oh, so this is a card for all of us. Oops, Polly's coming in. So it's the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins, let me get my little book out, because it's not my my Tiziana Witch cards, which I know off by heart. Tarots, I don't proclaim to be a expert here. Let's see what it's saying for all of us. This is a little bit of guidance. Prosperity and well-being, wealth, abundance, comfort, generosity, security, liberty, grace, and dignity. Oh yes, that's great. Yeah, but we're coming out of Taurus season. Taurus season was the season of abundance. We should have been planting our seeds of anything that we were wanting to grow. And but if you didn't, that's okay too. So what we're doing, we're entering into Gemini season, and that's really about communication and about community and humanity, and it's about education, learning. So we're also you might find Mercury we've just entered Mercury retrograde, the shadow of Mercury retrograde. It doesn't actually go retrograde until the 29th of May, but it's in Gemini. So even now, there's like things to do with communication going on for everyone. Okay, we're also entered eclipse season. This is a 6-week thing. So there's going to be, so with retrogrades, most of you guys who've practiced with me before and know I've spoken about Mercury in retrograde for a long time. So it's like, don't ever sign a contract, don't agree to do travel things, anything to do with things like that. Wait until a Mercury is direct again. I've done that where I've organized yoga retreats abroad during Mercury retrograde, and then it turns out that they've double booked. So just be aware of communication, other people, there might be miscommunication. It's to do with technology as well. So when a planet's in retrograde, planets appear like they're going backwards, but they're not. But they're a time for us to go back. It's about us to retrace our steps and look into the past lessons before we can move forward. So as much as Mercury is going retrograde, so is Saturn, and Saturn is about what keeps us, that's the stability. That's a lot of people say that Saturn is a bit of a malefic, but actually Saturn's what gives us structure. It's our responsibilities and stuff like that, as well as our challenges. So that's going back. So it's going to slow down, which is good. So we're going back to that, and Pluto as well. That's the underworld, that's the darknesses and stuff like that. So really, it's a time for us to go back and retrace our steps and really look at things and see what we've learned, or what could we do different next time, or forgiveness, gratitude, all that sort of thing. It's actually really good that the planets are doing that, because entering eclipse season, it's crazy in that sense. That's a transformation, it's transmutation, it's a portal of change. So we're moving on the 26th of May next week. I'm going to do a moon masterclass for that. That is absolutely, this is where things are just being huge changes in everyone's lives. So lunar eclipses, when things are like kind of being, so if there's being swept away, something is going to be replaced in a better way. It's for a good thing. And then the next moon cycle will be a solar eclipse, and that solar eclipse is it's about new beginnings. So that clearing away, there's huge changes for us all, and you can almost feel the angsty feeling, the collective consciousness of angst in a sense. So as I said, Mercury is the planet of communication, contracts, technology, transport, and media. So as well. So it's going to be in its ruling sign of Gemini. So it's amplified, as well as there being lunar eclipse. It's all going off. So thank God for yoga, guys. Thank God. So this Mercury in retrograde in Gemini, it gives us a time to take a deep breath and look at how the information that we ingest and the technology we use is consciously or unconsciously influencing our decisions, our communication styles, our mental health, and our well-being. Okay, so it's actually a time to really reflect and look at that. So it's about connecting to our inner voice, our inner truth, looking at working with fifth chakra, the Shuddha chakra practices. We're not doing that tonight. You can go back to my YouTube channel thing. There was one to do with that was going to be quite helpful. So it's really a time that, when Mercury does finally go direct on the 22nd of June, during this time, hopefully all of us will have learned something about how to connect to our own authentic voice. So it's about really listening to our internal voices to really find our authentic selves and being able to communicate it well. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. All right, so we're going to do a universal healing practice. I actually was going to do it really, the practices that I've been doing recently are really intricate and really precise tantric practices that are so powerful, but they're quite complex as well. And so I'm going to strip it back a little bit to make it less complex, so that you can hold your space. And there's some people I'm aware that haven't been practicing for a long time as well, and I don't want to overwhelm you. It's when you first learn how to drive, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this and that and this. So I'm not going to do, and we're going to do universal healing, but in a less intricate way, so it's still powerful. Okay, we're going to be working with, some of you guys have worked with rudrani before. So this is the fire behind the navel point. This is where you transmute, assimilate. This is where anything, your samskaras, your vikalpas, the things that limiting beliefs as well, we are going to burn them away by working on our practice. Okay, and a rudrani kriya, a rudrani practice in your practice today is, and this is where, if you've not, most of you guys have done this with me before, but I'm explaining for people that haven't. You're inhaling, bringing prana down to behind the navel point, exhaling and engaging Mula Bandha, if you're already aware of this. So as you exhale, draw a pana up, the energy up to behind the navel point. So working with prana and apana. So apana is the downward flowing, but you're bringing apana up and you're bringing prana down to gather behind the navel point with the breath. We're going to do it in moving in and out of practice, but I thought I'll explain to you first. So our meditation at the end, because we're speaking about universal healing, you need to really be able, it's a bit like putting the oxygen mask on first before you put it on your child, you in the aircraft. It's about healing yourself too. But we're really healing ourselves, and the more we want to heal others as well, it heals ourselves too. It has a knock-on effect. So tonight is really about unconditional love, and it's unconditional love of yourself and of others, of everyone. So we are transmuting anything that's negative in a sense that we are really, but we weren't going to do it really directed. We're directing this healing. So I want you to think of a person or it could be a collective. So when I've been working with this practice this week, my daughters are who I'm directing to in your meditative practice. So you're dedicating your practice to, it could be a loved one, or it could be somebody a relationship you want to heal. It's where it's somebody that's it's a difficult relationship. So so we're directing this healing out at the end of our practice, and taking it back in a sense. The more we can really feel that their vibration lift, it heals us ultimately. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay, so I promised I wouldn't speak so much, but here we go. We're going to begin. So we're working with this rudrani, working with this burning flame in our bellies here, that we want to cleanse and clear any pranic imbalances. So this is a bit more of a fire practice as opposed to a moon practice. But so really be aware when you're in the practice to keep the breath steady. That's the more you need to, before you can really work with the pranic energy from the fire perspective. We really need to practice stiram sukham. Okay, so we're going to kind of clear any pranic imbalances where we're going to work with breath of fire. So breath of fire, breathing out through the nose quickly at the same time, drawing the belly in, and it sounds a bit like or feels a little bit like you're trying to get a fly out your nose. Don't worry about the inhale, it comes naturally. Most of you guys have done this with me before, but I don't ever want to make assumptions. Okay, so before you work with that, just connect, close your eyes, and just connect into your breath as it is in this moment, and being aware of the prana within your body. So your emotions, your mental body, how's your mind? Is there anything that's feeling sludgy in your body? Is there any pain, discomfort? Just breathe acceptance into where you are, and just really smooth the breath out, relaxing the jaw. Okay, now we're going to begin breath fire. Here we go. Just allowing yourself to allow the breath to settle. Be aware of the flames, the fire behind the navel point. So this is your courage. This is just really who you truly are. This is just the power behind your soul. Okay, from here we're going to move onto our hands and our knees to tabletop position. Okay, and we're just going to move slowly in and out from tabletop to down dog. So you're inhaling, and then with an exhale, as you inhale, slowly coming back down onto tabletop. And maybe do it to the count of breathing in the count of 4, out to the count of 4. Just really connecting in your breath and your body here. Okay, and then coming back onto your hands and knees. So the next time we come into dog, instead of instead of breathing out, we're going to say the mantra Om. It's a 3-part mantra, A-U-M. So you're really trying to bring your Om coming from there all the way up in 3 parts. Okay, so breathe in. Om. Breathing in to come forwards, and again. Om. Couple more times. Om. 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 Coming back to your hands and knees and feeling the vibration of Om reverberate around your body. And then we're going to work with rudrani kriya. So as you inhale, you're feeling the prana coming, you're filling your chest and feeling the prana gathered behind the navel point. As you exhale, you're pushing up into downward dog. You're gathering the energy to come up behind the navel point, but you're engaging Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. Okay, so let's see where we're at with that. So you're really feeling that pool of Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, and working with that energy, gathering prana dharana. Okay, so breathing in and breathing out. Drawing in the bandhas. You're going to hold for a little, for just to hold these bandhas just for a slight time, and then let go of the bandhas and come down. So just move in your own time here, just feeling the energy and harnessing the breath. Be aware of that flame behind the navel point. And then the last time you come into downward dog, you're just going to stay there, just finding your breath. Feeling the energy gathering behind the navel point. And then you're going to inhale, bring your right foot forward. Swivel the back foot, bend the front knee. You're moving into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So you're heel to heel, and you've got a slight angle in the back foot, pressing down the outside edge of the back foot, front big toe. Put your hands on your hips. You can manually adjust to keep your hips nice and straight and steady here. Okay, and then what we're going to do here is you're inhaling to take your arms up, straightening that front leg, and exhaling to bring that arms down. So then from here, keep the arms straight, arms up. Exhale, bring the arms down, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend the knees, keep the arms up. Just work with this a couple of times. Okay, and then the next time you keep your knee bent, you're staying there. And then we're working with another mantra. I'm heating down, I'm right next to this radiator here. So unprofessional. So the next time what we're going to do is we're going to work with another mantra. We're going to work with Shanti, peace. So from here, you're going to take your hands to your heart center. Inhale, take your arms up. and then Shanti. Take your arms to here. So we're going to inhale and then exhale Shanti. Okay, so here we go. Shanti. 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 Keep your hands into your heart center. Feel the vibrational frequency of Shanti. And then we're going to do a little bit of an adjustment because I don't normally advocate moving from warrior 1 to warrior 2. It's not so good for your joints, but here we go. You're going to move into warrior 2. So it's now heel to instep, opening up the hips here, looking along that front arm. I'll go this way so you can see me. I've really set this up really weird today. I don't know why I've done this. Maybe it's the Mercury and retrograde thing. So, and the technology and communication. So we're in warrior, and now I'm surfing around on my mat. So from here, you're going to straighten that leg and take the right hand down. Inhale, take that left arm up. And then from here, you're going to take the right hand down to the shin and you're going to stretch right over. So it's a lateral stretch. You can look up. Okay? And from here, you're going to exhale to open that arm up, palm facing up. And then inhale, take the arm over and hold the breath and be aware of that burning flame in your abdomen. When you can't hold any longer, then you're exhaling to open that arm up. Inhale, take the arm over, hold, feel that burning flame in your abdomen. When you're ready, exhale. So do this a couple of times in your own time. And the next time you release, you're keeping that arm up and over, trying to open the chest up to the sky. Remember, this is not about how great your shape is on the mat. So we're looking at function as opposed to form. You can look up at that left palm that's facing down. If you have neck issues, you're not hanging your head down, but you're really just practicing awareness, breathing into it. And by staying in a posture and feeling that, almost that burn, this is tapas. And this is us burning some of these samskaras away. Vikalpas and samskaras, vasanas. The limiting beliefs that we hold on to that we don't need anymore. Inhaling to come back up and then turning to your foot and pushing, take your hands either side that foot and push back into downward facing dog. Just checking in with yourself. Coming back to the breath. From here, you're going to inhale, take that left foot forwards now. Okay, moving into warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 on the other side. You can take your hands onto your hips just to manually adjust. So you're heel to heel, pressing down with the outside edge, the back foot, front big toe, shoulders are relaxed. Your arms up. And then you're exhaling to straighten the leg, take the arms down, inhale to bend the knee, take the arms up. Keep going. Okay, the next time the knee is bent, you're going to take your hands into heart center, and then we breathe in, and as we breathe out, We're taking our arms round into Shanti. Okay, here we go. Shanti. 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 One more time. Shanti. Place your hands into your heart center and feel the vibrational frequency of peace. Peace in your heart. From here, we're adjusting into warrior 2 here. So heel to instep. Take your arms out. I'll go this way so you can see me. And from here, straightening that leg and taking the right hand down to the side. Inhale up and then take, the right arms up and come all the way down. You can tell I've been doing wild tantric meditations all day today, as well as marking philosophy assessments. I'm on another planet today. So you're coming all the way over here, and as you exhale, open up, and then as you inhale, take the arm over, and then hold the breath, come back up, and visualize that flame in the navel point. You're activating rudrani. And as you exhale, opening up. So keep working with this. It might feel different one side than it feels in the other. And then you're going to stay in this position, looking up to the palm if your neck allows, but really being aware that we're looking at the function as opposed to the form here. Breathing into the chest. From here, releasing all the way up, turning to the foot, hands at either side, and push back into downward facing dog. And just again, checking in with yourself here. From here, take your right foot forward, swivel the back foot, bend the front knee. And we're coming up to, we're going to work with Parsvottanasana, Parivrtta Trikonasana. So again, so the foot standing, the position was similar to warrior 1. So you're heel to heel. And there's a slight angle and your hips are square. You're going to keep your arms up here. And we're going to move in and out a couple of times here, just to trying to keep the top of your arms in a line with your ears here, and as you come up, you're leading with your thumbs. So take a deep breath in, and then exhaling to fold, inhaling to come all the way back up. We'll just do this a couple of times. And then the next time you're down there, take your hands down, inhale to come halfway up to really lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, left hand to the inside of the foot and the right arm's coming up. So again, this is not about the shape, this is about the function. So you can look up at that right finger, these right fingers, if your neck allows. But really this is Parivrtta Trikonasana, or it's a variation of it. So we're really not looking at how wonderful your alignment is. We're looking at working on rudrani here from a more of a physical perspective. So we've been looking at working with it from an energetic perspective. So we also want to burn away any physical blockages in this area. So turning to the front, inhale to come halfway up to lengthen, exhaling to fold. And then when you're ready, place your hands onto your hips and inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, come into Shavasana, hands to your heart center. And just listening what your body's telling you right now. Okay, and then from here, take your right foot back. So heel to heel, your hips are square, arms are up to the sky. Let's do the same on the other side. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. So we're coming in and out a few times. Okay, the next time you exhale, take that right hand to the inside of that foot and the left arm is going up. And the exhale, you're twisting round and really trying to breathe your belly into the inner thigh here. We're really trying to, to squeeze out any unnecessary impurities. Really find your breath. Turning to the front. Inhale to come halfway up, just to square yourself out. Exhale to fold. Place your hands onto your hips and inhaling to come all the way up. And then exhaling, coming back to center. Again, feeling the pranic energy flow through your body and be aware of the fire behind your navel point. From here, inhale, take your arms up, and then exhale to fold forwards and stepping back into downward facing dog again. Coming down onto your hands and knees, and then we're really going to work with really finding that sensation of Uddiyana Bandha. So from here, we're doing similarities to what we were working with before. Some of you guys have done something similar with me before. So you're inhaling deeply through the nose and then exhaling deeply through the nose, keeping the breath held out, curl the toes under, and as you push back up, engage the bandhas. Hold the bandhas and hold the breath out for as long as is available to you. And then when you're not able to hold these bandhas any longer, the breath any longer, release them and inhale to come back onto your knees. Exhale to breathe deeply out of your nose, release all of the breath, hold the breath out, curl the toes under, pushing up, keeping the breath held out, engaging the bandhas. So this work behind the navel point, really feel as if you're burning away any thoughts, any things that are not good for you anymore, any of these beliefs, you burn them away. Use this kind of discomfort to really transmute. So work with a few of these in your own time. Then when you're ready, you're going to sit back on your heels, stretch your arms out, and just rest into Balasana, child's pose. Just for a few breaths, feeling your belly against your thighs with the breath. Place your hands at either side of your head, gently pushing yourself up into down dog, walking your feet towards your hands, and then inhaling, slowly bringing yourself back up. So we're going to work with a dynamic Uttanasana, forward bend here. So as we breathe out, we're going to come down, saying the mantra Om Shanti. So breathing in, taking your arms out, up, and then as we breathe out, Om Shanti. Coming all the way up and again. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. One more time. Om Shanti. So taking hold of your ankles here, you're going to inhale to come halfway up, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale to fold forwards. Keep all the breath held out, and then come halfway up, engaging the bandhas, keeping the breath held out. Tuck the chin in slightly. Feel that burn behind the navel point. When you can't hold any longer, release the bandhas. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, staying there, and exhale to fold forwards again. All the breath out. Keep the breath held out. Come halfway up, extend through the spine, tuck the chin and engage all the bandhas. Hold for as long as it's available to you. When you can't hold any longer, release the bandhas. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold. So do this a couple of times on your own time. And then from here, the next time you breathe out, you're going to interlace your fingers behind you and take your arms over and breathe into your shoulders here, opening up that area. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. And just bring awareness to the pranic energy moving around your body. Feeling the energy around your body, your aura, your auric body. And then come into the awareness of your heart center. From here, you're going to inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, hands together, bending the knees, hands into prayer position, and coming down into Malasana, garland pose, okay, or squatting pose. And then from here, we're going to move onto our backs into Setu Bandhasana. We're working with a dynamic Setu Bandhasana, but we're also going to work with Om Shanti here as well. So we're going to breathe in, lift up your hips and take your arms over your head. And as you breathe out, we're working with the mantra, Om Shanti. So keep going with that. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. From here, we're going to push your hips up, interlace your fingers underneath you, and moving into a static bridge pose. So doing your best to really breathe into your chest here, bring that pranic energy into the heart center with the silent mantra, Om Shanti. So breathing in, thinking the mantra Om, breathing out, thinking the mantra Shanti in your heart center. Slowly coming down, stretching your legs out, just listening to your body, just curiously observing. And then from here, we're moving into our supported shoulder stands. It's a variation of the Pratyakraya. Honestly, I've set my video up really badly. I'm wrestling with a bed and a radiator and half on a mat, half off. Goodness me. So you're going to push down with the elbows, lift up with the hips, coming into your shoulder stand, but you're dipping your hips. So then your feet are directly above your head. So this is going to be less pressure on the cervical spine. The weight should really be in the arms here, which is far safer. So close your eyes. And I really want you to bring awareness to the mantra in your throat chakra. In that throat chakra, peace and communication, with your communication. Great feeling, sort of thinking it, feeling it. Really feel the energy of the mantra around the throat area. From here, bring your feet over your head a little bit further, and then bring your hands down either side of you, palms facing down, and slowly and gently bring yourself down. Okay, either hug your knees in, bend your knees, or stretch your legs out. Just listen to your body. To allow everything to integrate. And then from here, we're moving into fish pose, because this is actually Matsyendrasana. It's actually quite a good counterbalance. Not so great for people with neck issues. I do have neck issues, but I'm going to do it a little bit with you. I'm not going to go full on in. But this is really good for your communication chakra and opening up. And it's also good for chest issues and breathing issues. So place your hands underneath your bottom. You can have your palms down or up. It's really matter of preference, really. Flex your feet towards you, and then pushing your chest up to the sky, taking your head back, and you're balancing on the top of your head. And we're going to take a couple of cleansing breaths here, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth with that. Feeling and imagining that blue color, a bright blue color around your throat, the Shuddha chakra, speaking your truth, communicating well. So working with this cleansing breath, and then coming back to normal breath, breathing the color blue around your neck area, your throat area. And then slowly releasing yourself down out of it. Coming down onto your back, giving yourself a hug with your knees. And then taking your arms open like wings. And then as you exhale, drop your knees to the right and look along that left wing. You can even place your right hand on top of that left thigh. Belly breathing, shoulders and jaw relaxed. Inhale, take your knees back up. Exhale, drop them down to the left. Look along your right wing. Take your left hand to the outside edge of that right thigh, if it's available to you. And remember, it's not about your shape. Just breathe into where you are. Belly breathing. Take your knees back up to center. And then rolling onto your right and gently push yourself up onto your knees into a thunderbolt pose, Vajrasana, unless your knees and ankles shout at you and say, no, thank you. So coming into, I like this one because it's my youngest daughter's name. It's called Kaya Mudra. So your hands in prayer position on top of your head. So do it a couple of times. We'll do it once without the mantra. So inhale deeply through and lengthening through the spine. And all you're doing is exhaling, bringing yourself forwards. Inhale to come back up. So every time we exhale now, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. And then releasing your hands down, closing your eyes, bringing the energy into your heart. Okay. And then take your legs out in front of you. And bend your knees slightly if you like. We're moving into Paschimottanasana. Take your hands forward while holding onto your toes, if that's available to you. And if it's not, hold on to your shins, it's fine. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhaling to fold. And really just breathing into where your practice has led you tonight. Don't allow your mind to wander. Just observe Any sensations, any thoughts, accept them, set them free. Feel the vibration of Om Shanti throughout your body. And then from here, allowing yourself to come back onto the mat. From here, place your feet together into a variation of Baddha Konasana. Interlace your fingers over your toes. Push your elbows into your inner thighs and pull your feet towards you. Feel your sacrum connecting into the earth. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Releasing and then preparing yourselves for your well-deserved shavasana. Make any last adjustments you need to. So you're going to breathe into your belly, just for a couple of minutes. Abdominal breathing, feeling your belly rising and falling. We've really worked with a fire in our belly. And then we're going to come back to the rudrani kriya. So as you inhale, you're going to imagine a healing light coming from the crown chakra down Sushumna in behind the navel point. And as you exhale, you'll feel the breath moving from Muladhara chakra, base chakra, all the way up to behind the navel point. Visualize a burning flame behind there. So inhale, breath down to behind the navel. Exhale, breath up to behind the navel. Building this fire. Keep with this kriya. And then you're going to rest with your awareness in the navel center and sense its power radiating out through the body and mind as intelligence, healing, and willpower. Now, with each inhalation, feel a wave of awareness sweep from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. And then with each exhale, this wave sweeps from the crown to the soles of the feet. So sense that the inhalation is filling up and the exhale is an emptying out. So you're breathing in and bringing the wave from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, the wave is sweeping down from the crown to the soles. So continue this for a few more minutes. And now you're going to rest in effortless awareness. So starting to bring your awareness back into the room, back into where your body's lying on the floor. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretching your arms away from your body, stretch your feet away from your body. Pull your knees in, give yourselves a wee hug, rolling from side to side to loosen off your sacrum. And then rolling onto your right side into recovery position and just staying there. Okay. And then gently pushing yourself up. So I'm aware that it's 8 o'clock. If some people need to go, that's absolutely fine. I don't want to take your time. But I'm going to lead you into a tantric meditation if anyone wants to stay on. And this is the one where we're going to be healing, sending healing to the people that we dedicated our practice to this evening. So we're going to begin getting yourself comfortable. Shoulders are back and down. Closing your eyes. And I want you just to begin with a audible Ujjayi breath in your throat area. Just a normal Ujjayi breath. Just connecting in. From here, you're taking this Ujjayi breath upwards. So it's almost like the space underneath the brain and just above the roof of the mouth. So it's as if you're going to take the Ujjayi breath back and forth, as if it's like you're shaving the bottom of the brain. So it's like an Ujjayi breath, but the awareness is moving back and forth, the top, the roof of the mouth, the base of the brain. It's like a shaving of the brain here. So as you get deeper into this breath, I want you to bring awareness that each time you're doing this, you're sending more prana and energy and light into the brain. So the brain is starting to become more illuminated. So with this breath, you're illuminating the brain. So from here, you're going to bring that light and bring it to the midbrain and take it to a really bright point. So you're condensing all this radiant luminosity into an exact pinpoint part of the brain, the midbrain. So really bring awareness to the midbrain. Okay, so the next time you breathe out, you're going to bring this light slowly down through Sushumna, and it's going to come down into rudrani, this navel point. So slowly bring it down, and as it's passing each chakra, it's illuminating and healing every cell in your body. So feel that this spark of light has awoken the flames of rudrani in your navel. From here, what we're doing now is you're inhaling and you're going to visualize that you're bringing that flames and light from rudrani up Sushumna to the crown center. Hold the breath and you're thinking the mantra Om, and as you exhale, you're going to release this light to the crown chakra, purifying it, thinking the mantra Shanti, and then coming straight back to rudrani. Inhale, bring that light all the way up, saying the mantra Om. Comes up to the crown, hold, and then as you exhale, release this light to purify above the crown chakra any impurities, using the mantra Shanti. So continue this visualization, purifying your crown chakra. Coming back into the flames in your belly. From here, we're going to purify our fifth chakra, communication chakra, so we can use our authentic voices and speak our truth. So as you inhale, bring that burning flame, this light, purifying light up Sushumna into Vishuddha in your throat area. And as you exhale, the mantra Shanti, and you're purifying, bringing that light all around the throat area to heal anything that's blocking you from speaking your truth or communicating well. So continue with that. Om, as you bring the light up to the throat. Shanti, as you purify that area. Coming back into rudrani. And then from here, as you inhale, you're bringing that light. You're bringing the light up Shushumna into your third eye. And as you exhale, we're not using mantras now, because as we exhale, we're going to be shooting that light directly as a single strong point of light from Ajna, from your eyebrow center, to the person or group, into their heart to heal. Okay, so your inhale, bring that light and flame up Shushumna into Ajna chakra, and as you exhale, take that light and really bring that healing directly into their heart, or the heart of the group. So as you do this, feel the vibrational frequency of the person or people that you're sending healing to. And as their light gets brighter, feel your light ultimately get brighter. So bring that healing from there into your heart now, and rest in your heart, feeling the flame of love to yourself and to others. Sit with this feeling. Feel the vibration of Om Shanti awaken all your cells. So bringing yourself back to where you're sitting on the floor. Using your hands into Anjali Mudra. Your hands up to thank Vijnamaya Kosha, your inner teacher. And we're going to end with an Om. Okay, here we go. Om. Namaste.